Something crazy happened to me recently. I think it is a dream of every LEGO collector to receive huge amounts of LEGO for free. My brother-in-law told me that he was going to give me his collection. When he heard that I was still buying LEGO to collect and make videos about it, he figured that the stuff that he had could be very useful to me. And when he first told me he was going to give me his LEGO, I did not expect him to have such an awesome and massive collection. He collected LEGO from mostly the 90s and early 2000s. He's like 6 years older than me, so he was around to see some of the sets that at the time I couldn't get for myself. But I'll talk about that in a little bit. I had a trip planned to go to Oregon, and on the way back I stopped by my sister's apartment and I got the chance to see the collection my brother had for the first time. I made sure he knew what he was going to give me, and well, he knows his collection will be in good hands, so he had no problem. I sorted and packed all the figures that I could find, because that's what I find most appealing. Plus, I have very limited space, so I just really had to carefully pick what I wanted to bring with me this time. I had to fly all the way from LA to Miami, so I was a little worried about damaging stuff on such a long trip. I marked my suitcase so that I knew which side to keep safe. The trip was at night, so I tried to sleep as much as possible on the plane so that I could arrive and start sorting through the LEGO right away. I arrived when it was dark, but by the time I was out of the airport the sun had come out. I waited a little bit while trying to get used to the humidity of Miami, but soon enough I was home and ready to unpack this amazing collection. There are LEGO here from a lot of different themes, but I'm mostly familiar with the Star Wars figures, so that is what I tackle first. As I mentioned before, Brian, my brother-in-law, mostly collected during the 90s, so there's a lot of what I like to call vintage Star Wars in here. I always wanted to have certain figures like Padawan Obi-Wan and OG Boba Fett. I own the Final Duel 2 set, so I was familiar with the other ones, as I spent many time looking at the other sets on the instruction manual of the one that I owned. A dream had come true, as Brian had most of those classic LEGO Star Wars sets that I always wanted to have. This collection is simply fantastic. I was able to whittle most of the figures that I recognized. I still have a few more figures that I need to complete, and I'm pretty sure that most of them should be complete, but I just have to find all the pieces. In a later video I will go over in depth with everything I found, but for now I thought it would be fun to compare the original Star Wars figures with some of the newer versions that I own. This whole experience was amazing, and I'm so grateful that Brian decided to share his collection with me. I have tons of videos coming up as I have found more than just Star Wars figures in here. If you are interested in going down this nostalgic path of old LEGO with me, consider subscribing to stay updated. On that note, this is all I have for you today. I'm Beyond LEGO, peace out.